Hello, everybody, and welcome to another installment of Big Bingy's Theory. Now, today What happened to my hair? Huh. Oh well. Today I'm going to be talking about The Great Gatsby. Now, to tell you ahead of time, I have not read the novel. I have not had the time to read it. I have not read it during high school. Like, none of my classes actually wanted to take the time to do it. So, and I've not seen the other film adaptations of this, though I've heard that the 1970s one with Robert Redford is pretty good. So I might check that out, but other than that, I have no knowledge of this. So, if I've missed anything in terms of the story or anything, or if I'm just missing the point of this whole thing, please feel free to put that in the comments below, because this film, like, there's just nothing. It's nothing to it. To get into the plot summary before I get into talking about it, it's a story of Nick, who is played by Tobey Maguire, who was a bomb breaker in 1920s New York, and during that time, he reestablishes a friendship with his cousin Daisy, who's played by Carey Mulligan, and her husband, who's played by Joel Edgerton, and he meets one of Daisy's friends, Jordan, who is played by Elizabeth Debicki. I don't know her last name. Hopefully, I pronounced her right. But Jordan's her character is the person that kind of gets Nick into this character of Gatsby, who is this great unknown guy whose face has never been shown to any of people that goes to his place to have a great party. So, which turns out that Nick kind of lives right next door to Gatsby, and he gets an invitation from Gatsby one day to come to one of his parties, and that's where he meets Gatsby, who is played by Leonardo DiCaprio. And during their times together, Nick finds out that Gatsby and Daisy have had a relationship before that got broken off by World War One. And after the war ended, Gatsby disappeared for 5 years and never got back in touch with Daisy. So she had to meet. She was with somebody else at the time, who was Joel Edgerton's character. And then when he shows back up again, Gatsby's trying to tell Daisy to leave this guy and come with me, and of course conflict ensues. So that's pretty much the whole plot summary in a nutshell for this film. To give you my short summary of this film: beautiful to look at, but very vague story. Very vague. You would feel like you've completely done, like, there's nothing behind this film at all, and it'll leave you kind of disappointed in a way. I wasn't disappointed, but I didn't like this film, but I don't hate it. And that's how I feel about most of Baz Luhrmann's movies in general, is because I've not really a big fan of Moulin Rouge, though that had more character development than The Great Gatsby did. So yeah, like, I know that Baz Luhrmann is a guy that is a person that is like more style over substance, and this film shows it. So if you want a better Baz Luhrmann movie, I would say go with Moulin Rouge. I'm not a fan of that film, but hell, at least I have more genuinely likable people, characters in the way, than this film did. So that's my short summary of it. Vague story, but beautiful to look at. So now get into spoiler territory for this film. Man, some of these people are unlikable. Man. Like, we're supposed to feel sorry for these people? Really? No, I'm not going to feel sorry for them. I'm not going to feel sorry for any of these two-dimensional pricks. Fuck them. No, there's just, the story is so vague that I couldn't understand the motivations behind any of these people. I mean, like really the only kind of three-dimensional character you get is Tom's character, Joel Edgerton's character. Excuse me. Um, he's a guy that just sleeps behind Daisy's back, but he still comes back to her in a way, and he still technically loves her, but he's the more three-dimensional character than Gatsby himself, which is kind of just off-putting in a way. Gatsby himself, very confused person. Like his actions were conflicting when I'm thinking about it. Is that he's a guy that loves this woman and is head over heels in love with this woman for God knows why, and we don't know why. We just he says like, I just love her because she's a MacGuffin. We have to have a MacGuffin girl. We have to have her be this. We have to have this pretty girl that we gotta fight for. It's like, really, dude? You have these other girls who would go head over heels for you. These other girls would do anything for you. No, it's just this one girl. This one girl is my love. But you could have these other girls. No, there's only one. There's no. It's fine, whatever. His actions, he feels like he's very stalkerish. He's very creepy looking. Tobey Maguire's character was completely useless. I mean, I know he's the narrator and all, but man, he was just there. He's like that background character you see in every other kind of movie that is just there, but he's the guy that's going to be like narrating the whole story. It's kind of like that character in 300, like like that guy that got his eye cut off or whatever, and he had to get sent back to tell the story of the 300 soldiers who sacrificed themselves. He's that character. He's that guy that just is there. He witnesses the whole thing, and then once it's all over, he's the guy that tells the whole story. Daisy's character, man, what a bitch. What a bitch. Seriously, like, she's up to par in terms of bitchy characters next to Bella. This woman is just so, like, she can't make up her mind. She's like, oh, I just want to run away and everything, and I just want everything. And then when conflict comes around, when she's going to be like, yes, I'm going to leave my husband to come with you, Gatsby. And then when the time comes, she's all just like, it's too much conflict. I don't know what to do with it. I just want to drink some more. Really? You just told Gatsby you've slept with him countless times behind your husband's back, and you're saying to Gatsby that you're going to leave to go with him. To leave to come with Gatsby, and yet when the time comes, you don't man up and say, I'm leaving you, bye. No, I'm just gonna be like, no, I'm gonna be the fragile little girl that just don't want to stop it. No, I don't want no more conflict. Ugh, I could not stand that woman after a while. Hell, even Jordan's character was completely, like, just there. After her little role behind getting Gatsby and Daisy to come together, after that, she's completely useless. In fact, she kind of just disappears after, near the end of the third act of the film. And, this film just kind of conflicted me on saying, like, what was the point behind all this? What was the point what were the actions behind any of these characters? There was none. There was absolutely none behind these characters at all. And I left the theater just thinking, what was that again? What just happened? Nothing happened. And another little nitpick I have with this, in terms of the soundtrack. Now, I know what they're getting behind with, like the glitz and glamour of the 1920s with today's hip hop. Today's hip hop is like they want to relive those 1920s of just saying, like, hey, let's forget about everything and just have a couple of drinks and and let's dance and party and everything, and let's just have our worries go away. I understand what they were going with in terms of that. But I don't want my Jay-Z with my 1920s film. No, I don't. I don't want that. I don't want that behind. I don't want that with, with my old school jazz beats. I don't like that. It takes me away from the movie. It's like you'd be going into a film watching the 1920s film, and then when you hear the music like of the drums going, and that makes you feel like you're in a 1920s film. That makes you feel like you're at that time. But when you're going into a film, and then you hear that drum beat, and then all of a sudden you hear Jay-Z, takes you off of that. It takes you out of there. It would be like I'm sitting there, and then I'm hearing the great jazz beat, and then this happens. It's the rock. It's beat to the izzo. E to the izzo. No, I don't want that. That takes me away from it, and I hate that. I hate that. You call it a nitpick if you want, but I don't like it. I don't like the today's hip hop with my 1920s film. No, I don't want that. You can't have you can't have it. Bugs me. So, yeah, that's really all I gotta say about this film. I can't really recommend this film at all. I mean, even if you're a hardcore fan of the novel, you're probably gonna leave this film thinking you're probably not even gonna like it. I mean, I've seen some reviews of people who have read the novel and loved it, and some of them really don't like it. And I'm pretty sure if I read the book, it gets more into character detail than this. But then again, I don't really want to get into a novel that's about two-dimensional people who are completely unlikable and I have no feelings for whatsoever. So, yeah, if you want a better Baz Luhrmann film, go with Moulin Rouge. Hell, even go with Romeo and Juliet. At least that has the actual words from from Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, I can't really say that this is like a good film to watch. I would say just skip it. Skip it altogether. It's a beautiful film to look at, but that's about it. You're not going to get anything else out of this film, so that's about it. So I guess that goes into next week, which I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to be here next week. I got some family things going on, so I won't be able to have enough time to check out Star Trek Into Darkness. But fear not for the people who watch this. I will be back the week after, and it will be a 3-movie review. That's right. It's a 3 movies in one review, or multiple videos, but we'll see how it goes. But it will be Star Trek Into Darkness, and Fast and Furious 6, yay, and Hangover Part 3, yay, even more? So yeah, I will be seeing 3 of those films in the week after next week. So that's pretty much about it. So yeah, again, skip Great Gatsby. Just watch Pain and Gain. I would say just check that out instead. I can't really say that. I'm still surprised. I'm actually really like how much I really like that film, but I'm getting off topic. So yeah, that's about it. So until next time, guys, this is Big Bingy signing out.